Hello friends, this video on System of Particles and Rotational Motion Part 5 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now let us look at yet another scenario. Let us consider the center of mass of a rigid body. Till now, we considered a system of particles where you can see each of the particles discretely. That means I have a system which has 10 particles, or I have a system which has 20 particles. So we were considering that scenario. Now let us suppose that if you consider a rigid body. So a rigid body has huge number of particles, and that too the distribution of the particle is also continuous. That means it is not discrete. You cannot see mass m1, m2, m3, m4 separately. It is like a continuous distribution of mass. What do I mean by continuous distribution? Let us suppose there is one distribution. This is discrete. In discrete distribution, if this is m1, this is m2, this is m3, this is m4. So that means you can distinguish each of the particles from each other. But when I say continuous distribution, that means this is m1, this is m2, this is m3, this is m4, this is m5. So that means they are so close to each other that it looks like almost a continuous distribution. So now a rigid body can be considered as a continuous distribution of mass. So whenever we talk about continuous distribution of mass, we mean to say that the mass is very small. Right? So in this case, we can define the coordinates in this way. That is summation of delta mi xi divided by summation delta mi. Right? Because in this case, the mass of each particle is considered to be very small. Similarly, we can say y is equal to summation of delta mi yi divided by summation delta mi. Now, as the number of particles increases, what happens? This delta m keeps decreasing, because as you have more number of particles, the mass of each particle will reduce, right? So therefore, we can say that summation of delta mi can be written as integration of dm, because whenever we talk about discrete distribution, we talk about summation. Whenever we have continuous distribution, we talk about integration, right? Now, for more knowledge on integration, please refer to your mathematics videos on differentiation and integration. Okay, so for now, you can just remember that whenever we talk about a discrete distribution, we use summation. Whenever we talk about continuous distribution, we use integration. So this summation of delta mi can be written as integration of dm. Now integration of dm is nothing but capital M, which is the mass of the system. Now similarly, we can write summation of delta mi xi as integration of x dm. Right? Similarly, we can write summation of delta mi yi as integration of y dm. Right? So therefore, how do I define the coordinates of the center of mass? So the center of mass coordinates. What are the coordinates of the center of mass? X, Y, Z, if I am talking about 3 dimensions. So this will be equal to 1 by m integration of x dm. This will be equal to 1 by m integration of y dm. This will be 1 by m integration of z dm. That's because in summation of mi xi, this numerator will become equal to x dm, y dm and z dm respectively, and the denominator is summation of delta mi, which is equal to integration of dm, and that is equal to capital M, that is the mass of the system. So this is how we can define the center coordinates of the center of mass for a rigid body with a continuous distribution of mass. Now let us talk about the special case of homogeneous bodies. What do you mean by homogeneous bodies? It means the bodies with uniform mass distribution. That means the mass distribution is continuous. At the same time, the mass distribution is homogeneous. That means the mass at each part of the object is the same. So in such kind of bodies, what can we say? Now it is seen that in case of homogeneous bodies, the center of mass always lie at their geometric center. Okay, so let us suppose if I say that I have a sphere. So the center of the sphere, you know. So your center of mass of this homogeneous sphere will lie at the center. So now let us see how does that happen. So from our previous slide, we saw that the position vector of the center of mass will be given by 1 by m integration of r dm for continuous distribution of mass. Right? Now, if the distribution is homogeneous, symmetry can be considered. Symmetry can be considered because everywhere the mass is distributed uniformly. It is not that on this side there is too much of mass concentrated and on this side lesser mass is concentrated. So we can consider the symmetry. So let us assume that the center of mass is at the origin. Now, if I assume that the center of mass is at the origin, what does that mean? That means the coordinates of the center of mass, which is x, y and z, will be equal to 0 because x will be 0, y will be 0, z will be 0 at the origin. Therefore, integration of r dm will be equal to 0. So this will imply that integration of x dm will be equal to the integration of y dm will be equal to the integration of z dm will be equal to 0. They all will be equal to 0 because r dm is nothing but x plus y plus z, right? So from this we can say that for such bodies, the center of mass lies at their geometric center. So that means, what is this? What does this signify? This signifies that the x coordinate will also be 0, y will also be 0, z will also be 0. So that means for such objects, their center of mass will always lie at the geometric center. So let us look at some examples in this case. Let us suppose if you have a rod like this. Okay, so mass is uniformly distributed. So let us suppose if I talk about a small mass element dm. Let us consider this small mass element dm, and let us suppose that this is the center of the rod. This O is the center of the rod. Now since it is homogeneous distribution, this means that if there is any small element dm at a distance of minus x from the origin, then there will be another small element dm at a distance of plus x from the origin. Right? That is how it is homogeneous. Homogeneous means the way the mass is distributed here is the way the mass is distributed here, because the mass is distributed in a similar manner everywhere. So we say that if this is my center, or if this is my center of mass, we say that for any small element dm at a distance of minus x, there is another small element dm at a distance of plus x. So what all did we study about center of mass? Center of mass is that point where we assume that the whole mass of the object is concentrated. How do we calculate center of mass? It is nothing but mass weighted mean of x1 and x2. That is, it is always calculated as summation of mi xi divided by the total mass of the system. Now you saw how if we talk about a system of particles, we use summation, but if we talk about continuous distribution of mass, we use integration. Now, if we talk about homogeneous bodies with continuous distribution of mass, there we say that the center of mass will lie at their geometric centers. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.